Today's smoothie is coming from the Nutribullet manual, and it's coming from page 42, the immune booster. This is not all Dr. Sebi approved ingredients, so we are going to electrify it.
I meant to say alkaline it, not electrify or whatever I said.
By doing some electric swap outs. So let's just get into it. The drink calls for 1 cup of bananas. Our first electric swap out is the kind of bananas we'll be using. Either it's going to be burro bananas or baby bananas. You don't want them when they're unripe. You want to wait till they're ripe. And what's really cool about burro bananas, which you can find in places like C-Town, Food Town, they're not the easiest to find, to be honest. If you live in New York, bodegas, even when they're overripe, it's still good. It just gets sweeter with time. If you can't find burro bananas, especially if you're not from New York, you can probably find baby bananas in places like Whole Foods. Again, don't let the dark skin fool you. It's usually going to be fine on the inside. It's the more ripe it becomes, the sweeter it tastes. And believe me, you're going to need the sweetness. I'll explain in a second. So you want 1 cup of partially frozen bananas, because I don't want to say 1 banana, because this is 1 banana. You see how little this is compared to this. So it's about 1 cup chopped, partially frozen burro bananas. The next ingredient is an orange, but most oranges, especially now, don't have seeds. So we're going to get something called a sour orange. Again, very difficult to find. So if you don't have the orange, you could use a couple of key limes. Now, I'm not going to put the orange in the drink. I'm actually just going to use the juice. 1 tablespoon of a juice of sour oranges, which you can find in places like Food Town or C-Town or your local bodega. And if you can't find that, then use key limes, about juice of a tablespoon of either or, as long as you're getting your vitamin C in. The next ingredient is 1 cup of pineapples. But since pineapples are not Dr. Sebi approved, I'm going to do an electric swap out for 1 cup of papaya, but partially frozen. Papaya is very high in vitamin C, just like the pineapple. The difference though is it's alkaline. And the last ingredient is 1/2 cup organic blueberries. I highly recommend having your berries organic. It has a lot of pesticides on it if it's not. So if you can't find organic blueberries, then don't find any organic berries that you can, just 1/2 cup. And we are actually going to take this drink to the next level by adding elderberry tea. I have a separate post on how I made my elderberry tea. This is 1.5 cups with 1 tablespoon of goju berries that were soaked overnight. I prefer my dry food to be soaked. It gives a nice creamier texture and it blends better in the blender. So throw all the ingredients into the blender, and then you want to blend it for about 45 seconds to a minute, or until it's nice and smooth. Okay guys, I've had this several times, but not quite this variation. So this is going to be either really good or really, really bad. So with that being said, it's taste test time. Tick, tick. Can I be honest? I'm a little shocked. This drink sometimes tastes either bitter because of the papaya. Now, if you ever tried the original version with pineapples, it does taste better. But again, I want that alkaline effect. So papaya is tricky. Depending how sweet the papaya is will determine how disgusting the drink is. And surprisingly, this is actually really good.
I forgot to mention, you also want your bananas as ripe as possible. The more ripe the banana, the sweeter it is, and the sweeter the drink will be. That's why I'm always surprised on how this will come out.
But I will have to note the sour orange juice, I actually had 2 tablespoons instead of 1. It was a lot of juice in that particular orange. And if you are like me and you do prefer your stuff a little sweet, I would add maybe 1 date with that elderberry tea overnight. Guys, make sure that you like this video, share it, and then don't forget to check out the post on how to make that elderberry tea, because that's even more immune boost in there. And there will be another drink for that same elderberry tea, so definitely look out for that. And until my next post, Gadget Trish is out. Keep blasting. Bye.
Yeah.